Hello and proclamation, welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to go over the Sonisto plugin manager. Now the only reason I'm bringing this up is for the freeware plugin box, because you can get these free software and you only have to use this plugin manager to install them. As you can see, there's a lot of different free plugins here, and I've used them in the past on Windows 7, and you can go and download these individually. This just makes it easy. Now I do have some reservation about this plugin manager, and we'll go over that. To get this going though, you have to go down to DAW settings, and usually when you start out, it'll just have for VST2, and then you choose your DAW out of all these different DAWs, and you can see I got Reaper, but then I went in manually because I wanted VST3. You got to change your path if your path is different, because it has some sort of default path, so you want to pay attention to that. Contact, it's not going to know anything about contact. And then when I did that, I believe it brought up this freeware plugin box. I don't think it showed up initially. So to install, and let's see, I installed some of them because I didn't think I had it on my Windows 11. A lot of my VSTs on Windows 7 is not on Windows 11 yet. But I want to find one just to show you what it would look like. Home Corruptor, that sounds familiar, but I don't know if I was really into it. I think it's like a bit crusher. Let's try the JS Com Shaper. Now what's going to happen is you're going to hit install and a red line's going to come underneath. Now if it's an exe, the red line's going to come and then it's going to pop up and show install like it did here, multiply. If it's a zip file, it's going to download the zip file, I would imagine from the developer site, or maybe they're holding this stuff on their site. And then you'll have a red line, and then the red line will go away, it'll still say install, and then a red line will come again, and then it'll pop up installed. So let's try JS Comp Shape, or JS Comp Shaper. As you can see, there's that red line going across. And see, it's installing again. That means it was a zip. A dual LFO chorus. I'm going to put that on. I haven't tried that one. Some of them I haven't tried, and that's why I installed them. See, that was a quick install. It was an exe. You got the Synthmaster Player free. That's a version 2. I got the full version of version 2. I think it's 2.98. And I got Synthmaster 1. And I got the beta version of the free version of Synthmaster 3. So that's coming up on a video. So if you don't have Synthmaster Player, here's the free version, and it's worth trying out. I do recommend it. Now you can scan and organize. I'm going to go back up Explore, but you don't know where your information is going to go with this thing. It used to be I had to sign in with my email address and password for this app, and now it doesn't. When I click on the icon, it pops up and I'm already in, and that can be a concern. It can be a privacy issue. You really don't want software to know what VST you have on. And I think why they're doing that is they're going to scan all your VSTs. And if there's any upgrades that they're selling, they're going to pitch it to you. For me, it's FabFilter Pro Q3. They have the upgrade for Pro 4, so that would pop up. But I already have my VST pretty well organized. This is the folder here. I have a shortcut to it on the desktop, and I have some folders with 3 pluses that puts the folder up on top. CM Computer Music Magazine. FL Studio can be run in Reaper, but I don't like the new way that they do it. You got mastering VSTs there. Playtime is the older version. And then you got your effects with 2 pluses, amps, bit crusher, and stuff. Now, this was taken from the Windows 7 computer with all the VSTs out of all the folders. I just wanted it just to set in there and then slowly bring VSTs from 7 to 11. I got a long ways to go. And so like EQs, you can see I got EQ mid. Now these are going to all have CM in them, because what I was doing with the manufacturers was separating the manufacturers. If I had a bunch of VSTs from one manufacturer, okay, this one goes in reverb, this goes in EQ, it takes too much time, way too much time. So now I have it where I just put a manufacturer's VSTs, both 2 and 3s, on my VST2 directory and just in its own folder. It just makes it so much easier. But if it's a single VST and if it's a reverb, delay, EQ, then I'll put it in something like this. And you can see where I got favorites. Favorites is kind of, it can be a favorite one day and not a favorite the next. So I kind of rush on that. I might try something and go, I really like this, and I'll put it in my favorites. And then 6 weeks later, it's like, what did I do this for? And I'll put it in the regular directory. Graphic EQs, that's like TDR Nova and the analog EQ. And then if you come down a little further, there's one plus, and that's for all the synths, drums, organ, piano, samplers. And this works so well. And then, of course, down there would be other things. Toward the end of Windows 7, I wasn't as perfectionist as I should have been, perhaps. If you go up to Explore again, well, first, library is just stuff that you have bought. Password Vault, leave it alone. The AI chat box, it's your personal music AI assistant. I'm not doing AI. Everything I do is me. I'm hand-on. I want to mix my own, even if it sounds like shit. I want to master my own stuff, even if it sounds like shit. But let's go to their shop, and so you're leaving the app. So now let's deal with some things here. Recycle 2.2, that's probably 2.2.4, $100. If you join their membership, they have a membership, it's $79.20. There's a problem with that, and it's a really serious problem. So now I open up a new tab, and I type recycle 2.5. I've had this for 5 months when they first put it out. Reason has released it for free, and they did a major overhaul on it to 2.5. Yet, they want you to buy it for $100 or close to $80 on membership. Now, it looks to me like they're trying to be like Plugin Boutique, but if I'm going to buy some, more likely I'm going to go to the developer site, because I bought some stuff from Plugin Fox, and they are a good site, but like Mastering the Mix, I've bought maybe 2 or 3 through Plugin Fox, and it will not show up on my Master the Mix account. What I bought through Master the Mix will. It works to a point, but then when there's an upgrade to the newer version, you want the newer version, you're going to have to pay full price for the newer version. Here's Reason 13 for $199. And yep, Reason 13, $199, pay once. But if you're going to pay for Reason 13, this is where you want it. Because when Reason 14 comes up, you'll get to do the upgrade. Now, they will probably do the upgrade on this as well, but I just would prefer going through the developer site. Plugin Boutique has done me good. Audio plugin deals have done me good. Plugin Fox has done me good. I've had only one problem with audio plugin deal. Something didn't go through, and I was really nervous about it because it was very pricey. I wish I didn't have done it because it turned out not to be what I thought it was. And I'll leave it at that. And with Plugin Fox, you don't get the email on downloading the software and the license key right away sometimes. So I figured they're a small business, but most of the time, they've done really good for me. I have no complaint of all those different ones. This one, I just, I don't know anything about them. And they show free and stuff, of course, Halogen FM. So I would look up the stuff, see what the prices are, and see if they match it. But to be honest, I present to you free software so that you can save your money, put your money away. Even if the economy was doing great, I want you to put your money away. Save your money for copywriting your songs. I really feel that we need to go back to that. That's gotten really lax where, well, if you put it out, it's yours. But when you deal with YouTube Content ID claims, and I've seriously dealt. I mean, I'm so small, but they've hit me like twice. And one was like my 3rd or 4th video on taking a sample and rearrange it. And the rearranging of the sample, someone said it was theirs. And I told YouTube, check the video. You'll see how I created it. And then a couple of videos after that, I got hit by 2 places that was hitting me with strikes on samples that I redesigned myself. They weren't going after the original sample, but they went after the sample I made. And you can watch the video and watch me make it. So you want to copyright your stuff, save your money. You can do a lot with free VSTs. So download the freeware, whichever ones you want. The only one I really don't need is like Chow Kick, because I will use a kick from samples or from other VSTs. D16 Frontier is good. I download this Darvasa, but I haven't used it yet. Never used it before. A lot of these I've used in the past, like I said, but I don't remember the details of each of them. and you got three little dots here, and it gives you somewhat of an explanation. Like this is a Swift Army Knife plugin. You have an equalizer, analog equalizer, wave shaper, band splitter, SVF, whatever that is, signal generator, and a brick wall filter. And then if you go back to this main page and click with your left button, you're back in. So you can download this and then uninstall this. You should be able to keep all of these on your hard drive. I don't think it's going to uninstall any of them. You can go to the websites and download these individually. Maybe there's a new version. I know for like SynthMaster Player there isn't. And you can find out with the three dots again, and it'll tell you like the VST2 is 0.1.0 for both of them. The only one that I found weird was you got Surge, and I didn't know if I had the current version of Surge, but like VST2 is 0.0.1 and the VST3 is 1.9.0, and I think that's because Surge is just concentrating on VST3. And you can uninstall here, and these are a good selection of freeware software. So that's my video. I hope you have a great day and a great night, and I'll see you in the next video.